Welcome to Dom's Sketchcast. I am Dom. So last night I watched the first of 3 U.S. presidential debates here in the U.S. Welcome to the continuation of the dystopian HBO slash Netflix show that we're all inside of. And I don't know why I'm surprised, because it's always been this way and it just keeps getting weirder. And maybe in some ways I feel like the only way I can respond to this is to just get as weird as everything is around me. And for me as an artist, as a person whose job it is supposed to be looking at myself and my reality and my world and my emotions and to describe how these things intersect and to sort of burst them out and make them physical or digital into this reality, I feel like I have no choice but to out-weird it or to at least try to match it. Everyone seems to be matching it, whether it's publicly or privately. And this is what happens when the leader you're supposed to be looking to for answers or some kind of solace and hope for the future is disrespectful, supporting and embodying white supremacy, and to top it all off, to make it even worse, is unable to stick to normal conventions of debate, like not talking and screaming over your opponent like a child. So as I'm watching, I'm thinking about how Chris Wallace was losing his grip on everyone, talking over each other, which is really just Trump yelling and interrupting everyone. Chris Wallace kept telling Trump not to interrupt, but why? Chris Wallace didn't seem to have the power to shut off the mics or kick one or both debaters off the stage, so it made me wonder about the purpose of the moderator. Could an android have done better? Probably would have been more interesting that way. I don't know. Last night didn't surprise me. Some of it definitely shocked me when they got to the black part of the debate about race, where everyone's just like looking at their watches like, how fast can we get through this? My ears perked up and I was definitely paying more attention. I was very curious to see what both sides had to say. Again, I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but it all feels like we're living inside of a show, even in how I'm talking about this event and describing it. A lot of this seems to be by design. And when you look at Trump's background, that's not much of a surprise. But when this intersects with stuff that's life-threatening to people and threatens the future and safety of Americans and world citizens and basic human decency, I think back to 4 years ago. All the people who were upset, myself included. All the people who were speaking out, who were at the protests and the rallies and were wearing pink hats and yelling about how we have to resist and this is not going to happen again. People who were at the inauguration yelling and screaming. And I was at one of those massive rallies. But I continue to wonder where those people are now. And are there enough of those people to change anything? As the Netflix / HBO dystopian show of reality continues and I'm just hanging on, I ask myself, what's going to happen on the next episode? I'm tuning in. That's how it feels. So I got my little remote in my hand and I'm tuning into the insane shit show of this reality while also trying to find time and gratitude for all the things that are going well. If you stay away from the internet long enough and talk to your family and friends and go to therapy and take care of your body, you'll find that stuff. It's kind of like panning for gold, but it's there. Another thing I was conscious of was social media, which I was spending a lot of time on as I was watching the debates. And I was thinking about the way that it had us working as some kind of giant network brain. I didn't see any Trump support on my feed, but I was wondering what it would look like if you visualize these brains that were looking at the debate and information differently. My feed was taking on a certain color and shape. Not that I even wanted to see the color and shape of the other brain processing information, but that's how the system is designed. Once again, that's why we're here. The only way I was able to process what was happening in front of me comfortably was to draw Trump and Biden. I tried to be impartial and quick and to let myself feel whatever I was feeling, which was mostly different levels of bewilderment. I'm going to end this video with a clip from Tyler, the Creator, who has a fantastic message for you about voting, which you're probably going to hear me talk more about in the near and far future. Stay creative out there, wherever you are. Keep at it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Yo, it's T. Look, I know I'm the last person y'all should ever take advice from, but I'm reiterating what everyone else is saying. And please, please, if you are young and your fucking back don't hurt, go to them polls and cast a fucking vote. And I didn't give a fuck about none of this shit, just like a lot of y'all. This is actually going to be my first time voting, but I am on the other, I see the light. And a lot of y'all gonna be like, my vote doesn't matter, and they're gonna pick who they want. Yeah, you weird ass nigga, keep that up. Y'all was posting black squares and protesting from y'all phone and rights this and canceling everybody, nigga, pull up. Y'all want a new DA, pull up. Y'all want all these rights and shit, then fucking pull up. The shit that I actually give a fuck about is, more art in schools and more music classes in schools, and them changing the curriculum that they've had the same curriculum since 1442, judging everybody on the same shit. And I have female friends who need certain things, and I like being able to fuck on and marry whoever the fuck I want at any given moment. And if we want to keep some of those options, then we have to start somewhere. And I'm not a fucking encyclopedia on this shit, but I know one goddamn thing, that if we want any of that, then y'all know what to do. Y'all niggas gotta pull up. Actually go to the polls. Cause some of that mail-in shit, niggas gonna try to call fraud. So if you could go to the polls, and I know them lines gonna be long and it's gonna be hot, but please, do that. Alright? It's hot as fuck. And this is like my third take of this video. And yes, love.